Hi Libra, it's Aira. Spirit is leaning in with such grace for you today, and the message feels like a gentle hand on your shoulder. You've been asking if you're really making the right decisions, if balance will ever truly return to your life, and if the things that feel uncertain right now are signs of delay or redirection. Spirit says, this is your confirmation. You are not lost. You are being realigned. The scales that sometimes feel tipped against you are actually being adjusted in your favor. This reading is here to bring you clarity, reassurance, and a practical sense of where your energy is moving next. And if you feel called to go deeper into your personal journey, I offer one-on-one readings starting at $9, or my $99 monthly membership, where we explore your life path, relationships, and soul lessons in detail. The first card Spirit gives you is Justice. Libra, this is your card. It reflects your essence. Spirit says this is your sign that truth, fairness, and alignment are coming into play for you. Any area where you felt misunderstood, overlooked, or judged unfairly is now being brought into balance. The truth will rise, and clarity will reveal itself. Another layer here is about responsibility. Spirit is asking you to reflect honestly on the choices you've made, not with judgment, but with awareness. Justice reminds you that every action, every thought, every choice contributes to the energy you're walking in now. Spirit says, by choosing integrity, you align with the best possible outcome. Spirit also wants you to see justice as a reminder of self-trust. Sometimes you hesitate, worrying if you've made the right move. Spirit says, trust that you are capable of making decisions that honor both your heart and your wisdom. You don't need to fear the outcome when your choices are aligned with truth. Finally, this card is Spirit's confirmation that karmic balance is in motion. What felt unfair before will now shift. Spirit says, your alignment with truth ensures that what's ahead of you is more balanced, fair, and supportive than what you're leaving behind. The second card is the Two of Pentacles. Libra, Spirit says this reflects the juggling you've been doing, managing multiple responsibilities, trying to keep things balanced, and sometimes feeling stretched thin. This card is your sign that while you've been holding a lot, you are capable of finding your rhythm. Another layer here is about priorities. Spirit says the imbalance you feel sometimes doesn't come from failure, but from trying to give equal weight to everything. The Two of Pentacles asks you, what truly matters right now? When you choose your priorities with clarity, your energy flows more freely. Spirit also highlights that this card is about adaptability. You've been handling changes, sometimes sudden ones, and Spirit says you've been more graceful than you realize. You're learning to move with life's waves rather than fight them, and that resilience is what keeps you afloat. Finally, Spirit says the Two of Pentacles is a reminder not to forget your own joy. In the midst of managing everything, allow space for lightness, laughter, and rest. Balance is not just about responsibility, it's also about honoring your spirit. The third card is the Nine of Swords. Libra, Spirit is acknowledging the heaviness of your thoughts, the late nights, and the cycles of worry you've been caught in. This card shows that much of the stress you feel is mental. It's rooted in fear of what could happen rather than what is happening. Another layer here is about release. Spirit says you've been carrying the weight of imagined scenarios, holding on to worries that drain your energy without offering solutions. The Nine of Swords asks you to notice what fears are illusions and which require gentle action to release. Spirit also says this card is about compassion toward yourself. The mental weight you've been carrying has made you hard on yourself. Spirit says you're not failing. You're simply processing through fears. Acknowledge them, but don't let them define your truth. Finally, Spirit says the Nine of Swords signals that healing is coming. The very fact that these fears are surfacing means they're ready to be cleared. Spirit says, the heaviness won't last. You're already moving toward release. The fourth card is the Queen of Swords. Libra, this card is Spirit's reminder of your clarity and wisdom. The Queen of Swords represents discernment, truth, and the ability to see things as they are. Spirit says you've been sharpening your clarity through challenges. and now you're more capable than ever of making wise decisions. Another layer here is about boundaries. The Queen of Swords says you're learning when to say yes and when to say no. Spirit says this is not coldness, it's alignment. Protecting your energy ensures you have space for what truly matters. Spirit also says this card is about communication. The Queen of Swords encourages you to speak clearly, directly, and without apology. Spirit says your voice carries power, and your honesty brings healing, not just to you, but to others. Finally, the Queen of Swords is Spirit's reassurance that you don't need to fear being misunderstood. The people meant to align with you will respect your clarity, and your truth will always attract the right connections. The fifth card is the Star. Libra. Spirit says this is your ultimate sign of hope, healing, and divine alignment. After difficulty, after fear, after imbalance, the Star arrives to remind you that renewal is here. Your future is brighter than your past, and Spirit says this is your season of restoration. Another layer is about trust. The Star asks you to believe in divine timing, even when you don't see immediate results. Just as stars guide sailors in the night, Spirit says your inner light is guiding you now toward a future you can trust. Spirit also emphasizes authenticity. The Star says your true power shines when you stop trying to perform or meet external expectations. Spirit says your vulnerability, your realness, your raw essence, that is what attracts blessings. Finally, the Star is Spirit's confirmation that healing is already flowing. Your mind, heart, and energy are being renewed. Spirit says keep faith. Hope is not wishful thinking. It is your soul's recognition of what's already unfolding. Affirmation: I trust Spirit to bring balance and clarity into my life. I release unnecessary fear and choose alignment with truth, healing, and authenticity. I welcome peace, renewal, and hope into every step I take.